If you watch my video, make it also na blasphemy or make it also na rubbish I dey talk. That is none of my business. Na your headache. Everybody have freedom to air. But one thing is for sure in your life, whatever you are doing is never have it in your mind that there is no God. There is God. But don't be deceived because we are serving God of abundance, and I believe that God will not give you condition in order to help you. God will only put it in your heart. If God really wants you to do something, you see that your heart will keep on bothering you on that thing. So my mind no dey bother me to help somebody. So how me and this man met yesterday, I don't even know. I just want to enter bike and go. I was coming from somewhere and this man stopped me. So many bike have passed, so many buses have passed, but this man just passed and I stopped him. We started talking. He told me that he's trying to make up some money. That what he does for a living is he's a painter, and this bike he uses to hustle maybe once in a while. So God just said we go meet. Then so I'll be able to do that thing that is in my mind. So he explained everything to me. You have to watch the video and you see. Nobody force am, no pastor talk say whether he gats do am before God go bless am. He did it because his pastor already took 99% of expenses. So he now is willing to do and to support his own pastor. Please just watch the video. When we met yesterday, you told me some kind of stuff and I was really touched. When we were coming yesterday, I stopped you and I say, I'm going to so place. You carried me from Okeore, and actually you wanted to drop me at Aton, and I said no, that I'm supposed to have stopped like so place that what was it called? Oweye side. That place will be shorter for me. So you say, where am I going to that way? I say so place. So you carry me from this place. So on our way, as we are coming now, we can't dey talk something like what were we even saying sef?
You are saying about church or something like that.
We were talking about church, but something brought that conversation.
Yes, I just said that this morning there will be a program.
Exactly.
So that I'm trying to gather some money for the program. Then again, there are some little debt I want to pay.
Mm.
As per we had a retreat last weekend, so I didn't balance some of our youth dues. So I need to balance it up this morning for the program we're having this morning.
Yes.
So now said you didn't like something like that.
From there, that when you say that thing, me, I can't come in. I can't like say this God we are serving is God of abundance.
Yes.
Say you cannot be struggling to survive, to eat with bike, and you are trying to, and as you explain to me, you say you are not like a full-time bike person that you do painting. So I was like, you cannot be struggling for God of abundance. God does not need your money. That we should not be brainwashed by the word of some pastors that they will say, if you no give God, you no fit receive. But it's nothing you want to give God that God needs. What God needs is your heart. You understand, bro? Because I believe when they say the building is not the church is the heart. So automatically, if the church is your heart, first of all, you need to take care of yourself. You understand? You need to take care of yourself. So even the God that wants to give you is giving out of the abundance. If God does not have, and God can never go broke, God can never be God that will not have. God will always have because he's God of abundance. So he will surely have, and he will give you out from what you have. Even God turn how many before he turn bread, how many loaf of bread to feed how many thousands of people. He didn't collect bread from everybody. He collected from just one person and he multiplied that bread. He used it to feed everybody. So why would some pastor say like, okay, because he want to use the name of God? If one person can do, let that one person do. But that one person, or even one person that is capable enough, they will tell you that it is not okay. They still want to make sure that they collect from everybody. So all those things, they really dey touch me. You see person wey dey suffer for church, you no fit help am. You see person wey dey go through things and money dey ground, you cannot help. So all those things really touch me. But as you now explain something like you say something about your pastor, what your pastor did.
Yes, I have a pastor, my pastor, present pastor. So
no, don't mention the name of your pastor.
So it's like I've been with different kind of man of God, but his own is different. Many times we have a crusade, 1 week crusade, we won't raise a single offering. If somebody asks him to, sir, let us raise offering, we tell you that these people that you are seeing, if assuming they have more abundance, they won't come to church. They will feel relaxed at home. So again, most of the program we had in a youth department in my church, my pastor took 99% of it without asking anybody to take back
99%.
99% of it. So the God love is cheerful giver.
Yes.
My own advice to others pastors that they should emulate from my own pastor is that don't let us be taking resources from people with force.
With force, with the name of
Yes,
God,
forcefully
in
in
the
the
name
name
of
of
God.
God. Because God don't, as you have said, God doesn't need our things. God doesn't need our money.
He is a God of abundance.
He's a God of abundance. He said he loves a cheerful giver.
Yes.
From the heart.
From the heart. And that cheerful giver, when God says he loves a cheerful giver, you know why I mentioned that word? Like, the church is your heart. Because when God says the church is your heart, it is not the building. So when the pastors, they are saying bring money, like even like anniversary, you see, when you are doing anniversary like Thanksgiving services, that Thanksgiving services, I believe that it is not meant that you should bring stuffs, like buy things and bring it and give it to the church. Those things you can even buy those things, pray to it yourself, and go and use it to help the poor outside. It is not until you give it to pastors that take as if you are feeding them. You understand? You are feeding them. There are people that are suffering in the church and they are taking everything on the name of God to themselves. And people are suffering. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Because normally, even all this tithe and tithe, if they are using it well, you will not see, you hardly see people suffering outside, like all this, the tithe, normally it is meant for the widows and the widowers and the less privileged. You actually said it now that your pastor took 99%, even if it is 90%, even though na 50%, even though na 70%. For a pastor to have done that, that means he's not a pastor that is after the money from the church. He actually also wants to support people. He actually wants to support you. That is a pastor. That is a man of God. I love people like that. I encourage them because I'm talking about the pastors collecting money from people from all in the name of God does not mean that if I see a good pastor who is doing the right thing, I will not give them the accolade too. I give them the accolade. It's not as if I'm condemning them. I'm not condemning pastors. I'm only condemning the act of embezzling in the name of God. That's what I'm condemning. So now, I want you to finish that part of your pastors and why you want to do what you are doing.
So my pastor, as I said, he took most of the expensive, but there are some little one that we still need to cover up, which we don't need to put the burden on the pastor again. As a youth, as a vibrant youth.
Support each other.
So that's why I was discussing with this my brother yesterday, and he said, okay, fine, maybe I should come this morning to come and see him so that any help he can render, I can be in a supportive of that.
So actually, when you said that thing, I was touched. I was actually touched when you said your pastor took 99%, and you are doing this. It's not as if your pastor said you people should compulsorily bring part of the money to complete it, but you yourself, you just realize that the pastor have tried and you need to support him. That is what God actually sees, and that is the kind of thing that God will bless you with. It's not because you want to do so that the church will recognize you. You know that I noticed that some people, you see, as a Christian, you see people suffering outside, you cannot help them, but you want to go to church and drop 100,000, 50,000, and you cannot help somebody with 2,000 naira outside, but you want to drop 100,000 naira in the church so that the church will announce you as somebody who is helping church, so everybody will know. That one is not help. That's why you see some people that they are doing well in life, but they don't really pay tithe and doing some kind of things in church. but God is blessing them more than even people that are dropping doing things in church. Because eye services, God doesn't recognize it. Things are like all those things. Why those things happens like that is because you know so many pastors encourage things like that. They respect people who spend money in church more than people who doesn't spend. So I think all those things are part of things that encourage all those eye services. So after saying that yesterday, bros, I said I was really touched, and God said just let me, because like for how many days now my body don't do me like to just help somebody, like I want to help inside that 10,000. Me Facebook never dey pay me. YouTube never dey pay me, TikTok never dey pay me like that. If you check my TikTok now, how much thousand dey there, no reach anything, and I can't withdraw it now until e get to $100. So inside that 10,000 that I want to give out, I will give you part of it, and the other part man shall also. But the one I'll give you, or whatever you have, you had it to it. At least you cover something. So I was really encouraged that yesterday that I will do it for you, that bros, because it was already late. It was in the night. I said, bros, come today this morning. I will see what I can do, and I really appreciate you for coming. I appreciate you. So God bless you, bros.
Thank you very much, sir.
Keep doing what you are doing out of your heart. Don't tell me that you don't like the video that you just watched. As you like it, please share, like, and follow. And don't forget that every coin have a two side.